The hospital bill was enormous. She was too afraid to open it. She knew it would take the rest of her life to pay. Her hands trembled as she unfolded the paper. Then she saw a note written along the edge. Paid in full, with 1 glass of milk. Signed, Dr. Howard Kelly. She froze. Because decades earlier, she had once given a hungry little boy a glass of milk, and she had no idea. She had just saved her own life. Welcome to Wise Soul Tales, where we explore the profound journeys of the human spirit through stories of kindness and hope. In the late 19th century, amidst the cobblestone streets of old Europe, a young boy named Howard Kelly walked alone. He was selling goods door to door to pay his way through school, but on this day, his pockets were empty. The biting cold wind pierced through his thin jacket, and the gnawing pain of hunger made his steps heavy and slow. Desperate and feeling his strength fading rapidly, he decided that at the very next house, he would ask for some food. However, his nerve failed him when he reached the door, and he resolved to ask only for a drink of water. The door opened to reveal a lovely young woman, and the shy boy stammered, unable to ask for a meal. Instead of asking for food, he quietly asked for a glass of water, trying to hide his desperate hunger from her. She looked at him and realized he was hungry, so she went inside and brought him a large glass of milk. The boy took the glass slowly, his eyes widening in surprise as he felt the warmth radiating into his cold hands. He drank it slowly, savoring every drop, feeling the nourishment bring life back to his exhausted and shivering little body. When he had finished, he looked at her with gratitude and asked how much he owed her for this kindness. She smiled gently and replied that he owed her nothing, for her mother had taught her to never accept payment for kindness. He thanked her with all his heart, feeling a surge of strength and a restored faith in God and man. Howard Kelly left that house not only physically stronger, but with a spirit that was ready to face the world again. Years went by, seasons changed, and the little boy who once begged for water worked hard to pursue his dreams. Through sheer determination and brilliance, Howard Kelly grew up to become a respected doctor, dedicating his life to saving others. He eventually became a renowned specialist at the prestigious Johns Hopkins Hospital, known far and wide for his medical expertise. Back in the small town, the woman who had once shown such kindness was now battling a severe and critical illness. The local doctors were baffled by her condition and finally decided to send her to the big city for treatment. They called for specialists to study her rare disease, and she was transferred to the hospital where Dr. Kelly practiced. When the doctor heard the name of the town she came from, a strange light filled his eyes with sudden recognition. Memories of a cold afternoon and a glass of warm milk came rushing back, and he immediately rose to visit her. He walked down the hall of the hospital, wrapped in his doctor's gown, determined to see the woman who saved him. He entered her room and recognized her at once, though age and illness had changed her appearance significantly over the years. He went back to the consultation room, determined to do his best to save her life, no matter the cost. From that day on, he gave special attention to her case, instructing his team to prioritize her care above all else. After a long and difficult struggle, the battle was finally won, and the critical surgery was a complete and total success. Mrs. Kelly began to recover slowly, unaware that the doctor attending to her was the boy she had helped years ago. As her strength returned, a new worry began to plague her mind, the terrible thought of the medical bill she faced. Dr. Kelly requested the business office to pass the final bill to him for approval before sending it to the patient. He looked at the bill, and then he wrote something on the edge, signing his name with a smile of satisfaction. The bill was then sent to her room, where she feared to open it, for she was sure it would take forever. She knew that she would likely spend the rest of her life paying for the expensive treatment she had just received. Finally, she opened it, and something caught her attention on the side of the bill as she began to read. She read the words written in the doctor's handwriting, and tears of joy instantly filled her eyes as she understood. The note simply read, "Paid in full with 1 glass of milk," followed by the signature of Dr. Howard Kelly. She realized then that the little boy she had helped so many years ago was now the man who saved her. Her heart overflowed with gratitude as she silently thanked God for the kindness that had returned to her 1,000-fold. The sun shone brighter that day, illuminating the truth that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Dr. Kelly watched from the doorway for a moment, his heart full, knowing he had finally repaid the debt of love. She prayed for the doctor, thanking the universe for weaving their lives together in such a beautiful and miraculous tapestry. This story reminds us that what we give to the world often finds its way back to us in unexpected ways. A simple glass of milk given with a pure heart became the seed that saved a life many years later. We never know when our own time of need will come, or who will be the one to offer a hand. The cycle of giving and receiving is the heartbeat of humanity, keeping hope alive, even in the darkest of times. Let us all remember to be kind to strangers, for everyone is fighting a hard battle that we know nothing about. Gratitude is the memory of the heart, and Dr. Kelly never forgot the woman who restored his strength when he had none. As she left the hospital, she carried not a burden of debt, but a story of love that she would tell forever. Goodness is an investment that never fails, paying dividends of joy and salvation when we least expect, but most need it. So today, ask yourself, what small act of kindness can you perform that might change someone's life forever, just like the milk? Kindness is the language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see, transcending all barriers of time and space. Dr. Kelly taught his students that medicine is not just about healing the body, but also about healing the human spirit. His legacy lived on not just in the lives he saved, but in the hearts of those he inspired to be kind. Mrs. Cayley lived the rest of her days in peace, knowing that her simple generosity had created a miracle of life. In the grand design of life, we are all connected, and every good deed adds a brilliant star to our shared sky. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the past, witnessing how a moment of compassion echoed through eternity. If this story touched your heart, please share it with others to spread the message of hope and unconditional love. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales that feed the soul and warm the heart. This has been Wise Soul Tales. May your days be filled with kindness, and may you always find light in the darkness.